Thank you very much for the lovely intro. Again, it's that time of the year, and I'm so glad to be here. And 29th May is also a very special day for me and my wife Tanzeem, who's here. Today is my daughter's birthday. In her eyes today, I saw a lot of innocence and excitement. I saw the reflection of the future we all dream about our children. It struck me that the greatest gift that I can give her is not wrapped in ribbons, but rather a better way, the better world to grow up in, at least introduce her a better world to grow up in. This personal milestone is a reminder of why we are all gathered here today. We are here to envision and build a better future for the next generation. And how fitting is it to share this hope on the stage at the EdelGive Hurun India Philanthropy Summit 2025, surrounded by the people who are turning this hope or action into philanthropy. My wishes for my daughter's birthday is the same as my wish for the summit. That is, our work now will shape a brighter, more equitable world by the time she's grown. Transitioning from the personal reflection, I also realized that each one of us in this room has a similar motivation. We give and gather here because we care about the world, and we leave to the world that we leave to our children and grandchildren. We'll celebrate how far India's philanthropy has come, learn from global and national perspectives, recognize the philanthropists amongst us, and look ahead to the trend shaping tomorrow. In doing so, we bridge the gap between a parent's birthday wish and a society's collective action. With that in mind, let's deep dive into the landscape of giving in India, where I see there is so much reason for optimism. We've been launching the EdelGive Hurun India Philanthropy List for almost a decade. And the good news is that India's philanthropists are stepping like never before. And I can share some numbers with you. Now, for us, it's all about numbers and looking at these kind of data, right? We looked at the number of entrants in the last year's EdelGive Hurun India Philanthropy List who donated rupees 100 crores or more. That number is about 18, and that has grown by almost 100% since. To give a perspective of this number, we also compile the philanthropy lists across the world, and China being one of the economies that we always compare India against. China, this number is just 25, no? Despite having an economy of 4 times more than that of India. In terms of philanthropy, the big ticket philanthropy of people donating more than 100 crores, that number is 25 and India is 18. So which is why I really believe that when wealth creation and value creation in a country like India hits its fullest potential, the philanthropists in this room and individuals in this room, you are going to become the role models for philanthropy globally. And it would definitely happen. And India's explosion of wealth is very, the wealth creation story of India is very recent, just 2 decades. And the other day I was watching this in this TV, the discussion between United States President and the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi. They were having a discussion, and Donald Trump was saying, oh, by the way, our GDP is some 10 times bigger than you guys and stuff. And to which he replied saying that, but we as UAE will punch above our weight. So India is very much like that. We might be absolute value, we might be less wealthier than these countries, but philanthropy, I do believe that our philanthropists and givers are punching above the weight. And Nagma can show some more data on that. I do believe that the philanthropy in India in the few decades would be driven by 4 arcs. The first one is the family businesses, the traditional family business who've been creating wealth, who've been giving back to the community, their next generation, and so on. The second segment is the new age wealth creators, the tech startup founders. Once they cash out, and that they would possibly take up bolder causes like climate change and things like that. The third is the professional managers. We do have quite a few professional managers who entered the philanthropy list last year. One being the Padma Shri awardee, Prashant Prakash. I was talking to him a couple of days back after he received the Padma Shri award, and I was telling him, before you became the first venture capitalist to receive the Padma Shri award, you're also the first venture capitalist to enter the EdelGive Hurun India Philanthropy List. So the professional managers, another important category. Then fourth is NRIs wanting to giving back to the country. We have such fine example. There's a Faisal here who has created amazing, valuable businesses outside of the country, who is hell-bent on giving back to the nation through various initiatives. So we have so many such good examples of individuals who want to give back and who's coming up from various kind of sectors, which is why I really think it's exciting period for India's philanthropy story. Our objective of this list is to track the evolving story of Indian philanthropy. Although wealth creation is important to India's economic development, the role of philanthropy in achieving wider economic prosperity, it's an absolute critical path. It's non-negotiable. And the EdelGive Hurun India Philanthropy list over the years aimed to become a journal documenting the progress of India's philanthropic evolution. At the heart of all these trends and statistics lies a simple truth. Philanthropy is about people and the future we create for them. I began this speech by talking about my personal story, a parent's hope on my child's birthday. Allow me to close by bringing us back to the personal perspective. When I said goodnight to my daughter last day, she had no idea that today I would be talking about such an important topic to such an important gathering of individuals who can really make the world a better place for her. Maybe she wouldn't understand it now. Maybe in 10, 20 years later, she would understand and we would have played some role in making the world a better place. And if we maintain this momentum as a country in terms of philanthropy and taking on bolder causes and so on, I do believe that in 10 years from now, you possibly have 100 individuals or families donating 100 crores plus from an Indian context. And this is a great world for my daughter to come in and all the other daughters to come in as well. Before I conclude, I would also like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the wonderful team of EdelGive Foundation and Nagma who's here. It's such an amazing thing working with you, Nagma. We work with various kind of partners, but the vision aligns in terms of what we are looking for, how we want to contribute and give back to the nation in whatever way we can. I think the sort of impact that EdelGive is doing under Nagma's leadership is quite commendable. And I'm so happy that we're playing a small role in accelerating what Nagma is doing. And a big round of applause to everyone who's getting felicitated today. And I look forward to meeting each one of you later. Once again, thank you very much and have a great day.